In the book Long Walk to Freedom, which is actually the autobiography of Nelson Mandela, there is this incredible statement by Mandela where he says, "I always knew that deep down in every human heart there's mercy and generosity. Even in the grimmest times in prison when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits, I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished." It's remarkable enough that any prisoner would say those things about their jailer. But remember now, Nelson Mandela was jailed for 18 years in Robben Island and locked away in 4 other institutions before that. Jailed not for crimes that caused harm or inflicted hardship on anyone, but rather for acts of resolve and civil disobedience aimed at the restoration and healing of a people who had been without a voice in a country on the precipice of perhaps losing its very soul. Mandela had been ill-treated for most of his life, and still he could see the good in others. Jesus tells his followers in Luke chapter 6, "Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you and bless those who curse you. Even pray for those who abuse you." Jesus doesn't want us to be naive about the reality of pain and evil in the world. But he does, however, want us to trust the power of love to ultimately overcome the power of hate. Whether or not we see the results in our lifetime does not diminish the truth that every person we encounter has been created by God and born into this world so that they might someday realize God's heart of love for them and experience also God's forgiveness for whatever has gotten in the way of them discovering His mercy and His grace. Nelson Mandela was criticized by his friends who said that he saw too much good in people. His response to them was that it's a good thing to assume to act on the basis that others are people of integrity and honor, because you tend to attract integrity and honor if that is how you regard those with whom you work. "I believe in that," he said. That was his reply to those who worried about his seeing too much good in others. If we could look upon others as God looks upon us and act in love and humility, we may or may not sense any real difference in their attitude to us and the love we offer in respect and generosity. It may never be reciprocated. But then, was it any different for Jesus? Maybe our interest should be to, be in what we are willing to give to others and just leave their response to them and the rest to God. I'm Craig Rumble. Thanks for being together with Markham Baptist Church.